I'm livid. That's all there is to it. Hi. Comment. God damn it. Oh. Where do we begin? Few patch details. I want to see it in game. Please. Please. Why? What? Why are you opening new tabs and nothing else? LOL. Alright. This is how we're doing this shit. Do I have anything confidential? No. Spotify. We're gonna Hearthstone this bitch. Shut up, Moobot. It's unnecessary. Switch to a Hearthstone stream. Assuming there's nothing there. Good. Testing. Kill that tab because I don't need that. Alrighty. Welcome. So, first thing that's apparently here. It's been reworked. I guess I should record this for YouTube, huh? Or... I'll save that for later. So, map's been reworked. That's gonna be, practical application. Have to wait and see how that one goes. We back, cause goddamn it, patch came out. I just want to sleep, man. That's all I want to do, Valve. So, practicality's sake, map's been reworked. We'll figure out later. Deny mechanics. No longer give. Fuck no. I want to sleep. Alright, so denies no longer give the denier 25% XP. Kinda good. I mean, it does make lanes better. Creep denies now give the denier 20% gold bounty. That's gonna be strong. And Alchemist is going to be dumb. Dedicated inventory slot to hold TPs. Must still purchase as usual. Alright, so that's demo. No longer shares cooldown with town portal scrolls. That's fine. Upon teleporting, 10 seconds or now. Yeah, that's really nice, because let's face it, everybody dumps for bots at some point because there's not enough slots. Stack neutral creeps now gives stacker 35% of the gold bounty instead of 25%. That's fair. And then non-ancients give additional 5. Alright, 40% buffs. We're in stacking meta again. Get your Battle Furies, get your Maelstroms, and get ready to bop creeps. From a daily hero concept. Oh. Alright, so remove daily hero bonus, which means we murder mangoes. And Ram once again picks from the entire hero pool, but ignores your 25 least played heroes. So Techies is on board. Huh. Bonuses from randoming remain the same. So it's, what, Mango and Iron Branch? Or 2 mangoes? I kind of like it. As long as you don't have, like, the cheese heroes included as your, least 25, then you're fine. But again, that's all dependent. So change the armor formula from 0.052x armor divided over 9.9 plus 0.48. Oh, from this to this. So it's actually 0.9 armor with a decreasing. 0.09 plus 0.4048. So it's a 9.48 overall times your armor. In this case, this gets multiplied first, and then added onto here, which kind of makes pushing high ground a little easier. So for instance, it'd be like 2 armor, turn that to 0.96, this becomes 0.996 for anything else. But it alters from 17 to 12, 19 to 14, 14. Oh no, it's not egregious. Filler buildings, shrines. Hero kill XP. Now give an XP bonus ranging from 200 to 1250. Huh. Yeah, Shaman got buffs in that territory. Yeah, that's a fair amount of XP. Like, getting a single kill could give you 2 levels, or even 4 levels, if the difference is enough. Reworked and simplified Hero XP bounty system. No longer includes Team XP component. Alright, so Dying Hero, base XP, plus 20... No. So let's see, XP comeback was the old one. So this would be 20 times 25 effectively, plus base XP based on like level 25. Nowadays, game value, numerical value, and so on. That was a lot more complicated. Now we have Dying Hero XP divided by number of killers. So let's say 2 killers just to cut it in half. Let's say 500 for a rough amount. Well, it kind of cuts it down, but it's not the end of the world. Reworked mana and HP regen from attributes. They are no longer multipliers of your regen values. So they just put clarities in the dirt. It's no longer the 12 clarity meta. So mana regen now provides 0.05 mana regen. Okay. Sure. Now covered by base intelligence. Fair. Rebalance mana values based on the formula change. I'm gonna have to actually play a game to get a feeling on this one. Unless show details shows a lot of details. Too many to bother. Techies from 4 to 6. So these drop, which Valve justified as, yeah, we can pump it all up. So 2, 3, 3.5 to 1.5, which feels a little drastic, but okay. Times 2 plus 0.5, just feels like adding on 30% at the very least. I mean, man, it's always been a problem in the previous patch. Well, yeah. Reduced by 1.5. Jeez. Now covered by base strength. Okay. Rebalance health regen based on values. Well, again, that's going to be practicality's sake over anything else. Can now be cancelled and prevented by root, which helps Treant Protector. Stasis Trap now provides True Sight. Wait. Fixed inconsistencies, so it does or doesn't anymore? I think it does. Following roots no longer interrupt spell channeling or the current action. Dark Troll and Snare, Searing Chains, no longer interrupt current action. So you can TP and not have to worry about getting ensnared, trolled. Maybe Frostbite? That's harsh. Tackling Claws. Huh. And Overgrowth. That's gonna be rough. Okay. Because that was pretty much all CM was good for. I'm sorry, that was rude. Hopefully she got buffed to help. So cleave damage is now normal damage type, which I thought was before, but maybe it was hero? Anyways, causing it to get reduced by the armor of each unit impacted. Okay. Cleave abilities have been rescaled. There is so much here. Fudge. Cleave area, a little bit of love. Same with final width. Great Cleave, Empower, Balafury, Talents. Okay. Can now spill off illusions. Yep. And here I was thinking I'm gonna go to bed at a reasonable time like a normal human being. Forget that. Who needs sleep? Change how illusions damage is processed now happens at the final step. So it's like post reduction. Thus it won't splash over extra damage with things like side blades. RIP. But hey, at least you can bounce them off PL now. Splash damage being oh, so they fixed that. Being affected by spell lifesteal and spell amplification. I suppose that's fair. Black Dragon. Oh, Ancient Creep Black Dragon. Carry on. Fixed splash damage, not considering armor type. Well, I suppose that's good, but yeah, buff CK. 250 AoE. Compared to 100 at 150, 75, and just weakening as time goes out. I suppose that's fair. It felt worthless in some ways. Similar adjustments to DKs, as described below. So following these abilities no longer appears spell immunity. Yep, this is true. So let's see. No longer appears spell immunity. Curse, Acid Spray, Blood Rage. Well, I guess that one's fair. Elder Dragon form, which is kind of funny. Thirst? Really? Huh, so BKB actually nerfs down Bloodseeker a bit. Except, you know, let's tack on another 75 gold, because who needs that? Venomance... Hold on. Epicenter. Lycan Wolf Cripple, Claws, Spiraling's Poison Sting, Anchor Smash, Guys, Wave of Terror. Really? I guess that's fair, for it no longer piercing spell immunity. Poison Sting, Swarm, Maledict, Debuff, Ghost Frost Attack. Huge Pokemon nerf. Yeah, I guess. Netherward Mana, Degen Life targeting? Oh, yeah, that really sucks. March of Machines Collision? Thank God. Atrophy Aura? Tombstone, Flesh Golem. Wall of Replicas, so... Huh. Dark Summer Ensnare? Yeah, that was always cheesy. Oh, just get a Dominator and hook a BKB. No, Tombstone's there. I just didn't read it. So, Flesh Golem, Wall of Replicas slow, Ensnare, Wild Axes, but Zombie deal physical damage. Yeah, but it's the slowing that it blocks out. So you still get slapped around by zombies, you just don't get, you know, reduced to nothing. Without having to clean up some zombies first. Happens. Natural Order, I guess that's fair. Death Pulse Projectile, that actually did pierce BKB? Huh. TIL. Or TIL for yesterday. You'd assume so, but hey, you're Magic Commune, it's fine. Assassinate. Yep, even though physical damage... Actually, that one's magical damage until you get Ags, but... Lol, doesn't matter. Doesn't pierce through anymore. Shiva's Guard. That was kind of needed. Assault Cuirass. Felt like it was unnecessary. Tempest Tornado Area. Funny. You just pack your bullets with a little something special. It's fine. And Orb of Venom. In that case, recipe cost upped by another 75. Sure. Poison Sting is now dispellable. Okay. Doesn't really matter too much because even when you dispel it, you're getting slapped by it again. Hex State can now be removed by strong dispels. That was kind of neat for Abaddon. But Scythe of Ice has been significantly nerfed, same with Lion and Shaman. Towers no longer gain extra armor per hero near tower. Tower health has been increased for some of this. Fuck. Alright. So, pushing becomes you trade off, at the very least. And Treant Protector now has more work ahead of him when it repairs. So, there's that. This is going to mess me up so much. Buff flat HP. Yeah, might as well. So, day-night cycle has been increased from 4 to 5 minutes. So, every boundary rune that hits, it increases, but it's still going to mess with you. And it's also both a nerf and buff to Night Stalker. Scan no longer ignores units in the pit. I know this should have been a thing a long time ago. I'm finally glad that happened. And good grief. Max attack speed is from 600 to 700. Good. Because some heroes' base attack times just become irrelevant. Gem and True Sight. Attack speed won't matter because it doesn't calc properly anyways. Yeah, that's true. Alright, so Gem is still 800/900. Heartstopper is the same case. Natural Order 2. I think Zeus as well. Removed movement speed modifiers from spawn creeps. Faster or slower during the first 7.5. Huh, that's interesting. Opening secondary shops now highlights the items in full shop UI. Huh. And AoE of other words now shown during word placement. That's a nice little change. So mid will reach before side lanes. New game state, Leashed. Leashed units follow the same rules as Rooted with regards to teleporting ability, but can still use more normal movement. Following now apply. Pounce, which it should have a while ago. Yeah, that's a good quality of life to have. So Pounce, which effectively had been leashed anyways, but there was never an official state for it. Dream Coil and Soulbind. So Puck and Grim. Okay, cool. Self-damage no longer dispels things like Clarity as well as Blink. That's fair. Abaddon no longer nerfed in that department. Lifesteal is no longer limited to current HP of the target, and now uses full damage you are dealing instead. You know, in practical applications, that one makes it suck at first, and then get better in the late game. So that's cool. Backpack can no longer be manipulated while taunted. Well, as long as he's outputting a ton of damage. Reduce the following move speed talents. Well, you can... Yes, take out all my attack speed items as fast as I can. That way X can't mess with me. So, move speed. 25 to 20, 40 to 30, 65 to 50. Ow. That's just rude, Valve. But needed, not gonna lie. 50 to 40, 25 to 20, 50 to 40. Come on, Dazzle didn't need that. Fine. 25 to 20, yes. 40, 50 to 40. These are all like -5, -10. That one's fair. 15. Anything outrageously changed? 10, 5, 10, 5. That's fine. So, intelligence here, hero strength gain increased by 0.2. Except for Bane, OD, Quap, Ogre, Zeus. That one's fair. Not gonna lie. Killing an Obs or Sentry Ward now prints out a notification in chat for your allies. Yay! That should let people know. Well, maybe it'll increase some kind of game sense. Respawn time for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. You know what? They better they better flip and learn. All right. So 5, 7, 9, 13 to 6, 8, 10, 14. So everything got nerfed by a second, which is kind of justified. Because those first levels just felt crazy. Revert global turn rate. What are you? Was max turn rate increased? Oh. So everything just got nerfed. Rip. Attribute. So, attribute growth values that had 2 decimal points have now been rounded up. Pretty much. Wisp is now strong. So, yeah, that's Seiko whole numbers, and Icefarg didn't want to manage that one anymore. So, Shrine Sanctuary ability now additionally restores. So they no longer naturally scale with intelligence. I mean, they were useful as glorified selves for your team. But that was about it. Item changes. Good God. Alright. All item-based movement speed items are now rebalanced and doing around being a percentage rather than a constant addition. So hover over. Now it's designed around being similar with 300 move speed, with boot items being -5 and duels being -10 in their old values. Okay. This actually allows for better manipulation. 6, 6, 6, 6. Huh. Maybe Spirit Vessel could have gone to 8. Same with Yules. Maybe Drums, because everything's taken a piece of Windlace, but okay. Reworked to no longer have an active, now passively gives you move speed bonus, collision phasing, and turn rate anytime you issue an attack to a target. Buff dispels when you move elsewhere and cancel your attack. Max rage 900 for attack orders. This has no cooldown, lingers for 0.5. Phase on range heroes. Yeah. At least it is adjusted for like Wind Ranger, who treated it as core. But it's going to be strong in like CK or anybody else that just wants sheer damage instead of attack speed or stats. So 500 to 860 to, with the provision of 5024 to Chainmail and Gloves of Haste. So it's a little bit nerfed to account for the new style. That's fine. 15, 5, 25. So Paratreads. Blazes attack. Grants 16, so attack speed for damage. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Same case with the attribute bonus. So Paratreads are looking a little more tempted on Tiny too. Huh. Set it up on it. Or even Agi. That's at least one armor that you're getting. Triangle Boots no longer disabled by attacking creeps. Axe is going to be lavishing in that one. Because, oh look, I don't need to drop my boots and get bounty hunted anymore. This is cool. Yeah. Oh, shit. Sange now provides 12% status resist instead of maim. I don't know. Is it? Doesn't look like it. Because everybody in PUBG trying to update the game out. Also, I'm not looking for a game right now. I want to sleep. Instead, the patch showed up. Okay, Heaven's Halberd. 14%. I guess that's fair. SNY. 16. Fuck. Sange. Reduced by 50 to make it more enticing. Well, yeah, Manta's gotten too much love. Yasha. Encouraged to buy. Fine. Kaya. Nerfed. Yes. Thank you. You now slow down Storm's timing by 4 creeps. Just what we need. Yasha and Kaya. So YK. Kaya and Sanj. Alright. Add new item. No hover over. Details for later. Yasha and Kaya, probably not so much. Sanj and Kaya, actually, maybe. You get 1 armor, but Kaya and Sanj is what you'd want to go with. For Ochre, at least. Can't think of Yasha Kaya. Pangolier. Get a little bit of damage, get Achi, so, you know, adding more damage to Pango's stuff, adding a bit of mana, and adding damage, which Pango kind of wants anyways, and would get from MKB and such. Alright, so rebalance, SYK. They're really trying to avoid that. Barams get. Hold on, we're not through all the patch details yet. Heck, we're like 20% there. I am not sleeping today. Thank you. This is exactly how I wanted to spend my afternoon. Alright, so Sanj. Now 16 strength, 12 stat resist, 8 damage. Told you to get comfy. Yep, that's what I'm doing. So I can pass out on stream afterwards. Kaya. So 16 int, 12% mana loss, which... So let's see. Buff. Buff, nerf. Buff, nerf. Because lost 2%, but gained 2%, so they're switching around the numbers if possible. S and Y. Same. That's a buff on that. Buff, keep. Actually, plus 4% movement speed, so solid. Yasha and Kaya. So 16 int, 16 agi. Ogre can possibly justify it with move speed at the very least. Attack speed, yes. Mana loss reduction, yes. like every hero with mana issues just kind of got that one dealt with. Otherwise, Ogre would much rather have stat resistance. Core Ogre. Yeah, probably. 12% move speed. So, yeah. That's a thing. That's a spoiler. My bad. So, 16 int, 16 strength, definitely for Ogre, 16 mana loss, and 16 status resistance. The Ogre God is pleased. Praise our Jesus. 12% spell amp and 12% or 12 damage raw. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. So, next up, Ring of Tarask. So, added a new basic item, Ring of Tarask. Costs 700 gold, grants 375 HP regen and 150 health. Upgrades into Heart and Holy Locket. So, hello new item. How you do? And Heart, well, that one's fair. In fact, this one kind of got leaked by Artifact, so it was going to be a question of if it actually happened. Counter all this, yeah. Holy Locket. Passive. Causes all heals and HP regen you provide to be amplified by 25. Dazzle? Omni Knight? Oracle? Actually, probably not Oracle unless you're switching that into the background, because you really have to purge else you're fucking up for damage. So Voidstone, Heart Tarask, Cloak, Recipe, 2650. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we're getting magic resist back. We're Nah, never mind. 200 health, 4 HP regen, 3 HP or 3 mana regen, 15% magic resistance. So cool for this. And your recipe is effectively the amplifier. That's pretty solid, not gonna lie. Solar Crest, reworked. Recipe and bonuses. So it requires... Okay. Uh... Concerned. So, Medallion, Ultimate Orb, Windlace Recipe for $38.75. I guess it's actually kind of the same cost, but it's no longer like a early game item. No evasion. Yeah, no piercing. It's plus 10 all stats, 12 armor. That seems like a lot. But okay. 6% move speed, 1.5 mana regen. Moving your own 12 armor base. Oh, wow. Okay. So you give 12 armor to your target after giving it up. Sure. Grants allies 70 attack speed, so half a shard. 10% move speed, 12 armor. On enemies, you just bone people. That's stronger than Desolator. Here. And yeah, well, new item. Casting this removes only the bonus armor from your hero. Yep. So new basic item. Plus 4 all stats, 450 gold. Available in side shop. Yay, side shop's no longer totally useless. Just partially. Use items that previously required Bracer, Wraithband, Null. Huh. Ring of Aquila. Yep. This item is just, it's not worth it. Bye. Rip Agi heroes and everybody that built Aquila because it was just too effective. You are stuck in Artifact. Goodbye. You have met the fate of... let me think. Poor Man's Shield and Iron Talon. So. Bracer, Wraithband, Null Talisman can no longer be upgraded into other items. They are raw stats. Recipe increased from 165 to 210. From 7 to 8. Yeah. It's hard to justify their costs unless they're set. However, plus 6% magic resist, so that's interesting. Plus 8 attack speed, meh. Yep, that's a null. And Null Talisman now gives 3% spell amp. So going double null in the game is actually kind of okay still. Huh. Get more damage. And you can heavily shovel in if you want to. Summary, yep. Effectively all the stats that we all kind of know about. Recipes have been updated with the removal of Bracer, Wraithband, Null as item components. Now as a 450 gold recipe instead of Wraithband. Okay, so they didn't want to justify a crown. Dagon recipe changed. Oh god. Alright, this one's going to be messy. So old required staff nulls recipe. Now requires staff crown recipe. Effectively same price. Except for 15 gold. Don't worry, we saved it. And now it gives 5 strength and 5 agi. Okay. Cool. Veil Discord. Probably double crown. Yep. Oh, 1 crown actually. So buff to Veil in some ways. 1 more int, 1 more same strength, agi, armor, regen. Huh. So you actually pay, you get more for less. Slight buff. Drums. Bracer, Sages, Windlace. Recipe. Okay. My 5 Veil Silencer is going to be OP now. Oh, please. Please no. Sounds awful. So, Drums actually loses the strength, gains 3 agi. Same int. And work. Tanky hits like a truck. Yeah. But where's your evolution into? Raw Vatos requires 2 bracers, 1 staff, 1 recipe. I'll miss that. 2 crowns. Wow. Atos Silencer is still legit. 5 is 12, 12, and... So you lose 3 strength, which I guess is fine, but you get so much more agi. Yeah, bang for your buck is really up on Atos. Please buy it. Actually, you know what? Please don't. Let me be the only one that knows this wisdom. Ring of Bassi. That's adjustment for mana changes. Bloodstone no longer has pocket deny. No longer reduces respawn times. Huh. Now passively doubles your mana regen. Fair. Starts with 12. Death removes 3. Kill provides 1. Doubles. I'll take a double there. Yeah, instead of a third. Holy shit. Alright, AM's back in the meta. Unless hero changes say anything about that. Can now be cast, transferring 60% to your health. Huh. No payment of regens provided over 2 seconds. Nah, not unless you're one-shotting that boy. And disc. Health buff, mana buff, no longer provides passive status resist. Now provides during the active. Wow. That's something. Passively provides 30% status resist. So we're introducing that back into the game, and in trade, losing 25 damage. I guess 30% status resist is actually kind of worth that. What? All debuffs got nerfed. Yeah. At this rate, it's happening. Heart now provides 50% health regen amplification. Status means less. I suppose to a degree. Alright. So 50% mana regen, or mana, HP. This is what happens when I get tired. Adjustment for the heal amp. Makes sense, because you're effectively doing that anyways, and it turns to 7.5 overall, so buff. 500 to 400, fair. Reaver, fight, ring, recipe. Contextual, I like it. No longer amplifies regen nor provides current health percentage regen. Enemy damage per second from 20 to 25. Alright, cool. So, you reduce it by 125, but you also increase it by 50. So, 75 on cost nerf. Yeah, pretty much. But you still don't heal anything more. Makes it still unusable. Mana restore increased. Rather than being good at all stages. Mana restore from 135 to 160. Okay. It's solid. Your team's going to love you more, and you are going to be hated a lot more if you are greedy and use it for yourself. Approved. Heal increase from 275 to 300. Meh. Underlord gets a little bit of lovin', because he's one of the few people. Needs price bust to be expensive. Well, it's not. Well, it's less expensive by 75 gold now, so sure. Get a little more mana. Pretty much the same case from just another level of arcane boots. Pipe of Insight now gives +2 stats from its components. Cool. Basher reduced by 100. Barfly no longer until you remove Flutter again. Ice Frog, make up your mind on that one, please. Thanks. Chrysalis, +8 damage. Okay. I mean, that's effectively... Unless you wanted bots. But, oh well. Chrysalis, +8, so that's 25%. Desolator. I'm halfway there. +1 armor, so it's no longer half. I don't like bash reduce, or does it come along sooner? Oh yeah, but you kind of need that in some ways. Force staff. Finally! Can now override Slark's Pounce. Do you know how many times I've been trying to do that for years? And just been disappointed every time? This is the one time that's going to pay off and think, ah! Fuck that hero. Alright. Minus attack speed. +10 because it is not getting enough love right now. And that's fine because the 10 minus meta was awful. Same here. Century range. Increase from 850 to 1000. It's all because of those hill shenanigans. I know it. Gem. 300 grand vision to the team that last held it until it's picked up. That was fair. Not everybody's going to remember, oh yeah, I dropped gem here, and then just turn around and think, huh, there's a gem here. It's stupid, but let's face it, how many gems have we seen just lost to the wild? Your 10 damage costs 200. Neat. Alright, so lost 10 damage, reduced from 1100 and 900. Still stupid. Yeah, but it's quality of life, and sometimes, while it's stupid, it's better in the long run. Think of it like creep camp boxes. Yep. Same case with this, except, 10 damage lost. It's fine. And we get into heroes. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, I'll make it, I swear. Okay. You got adjusted. Pea popcorn break. Yeah, no. I'm not stopping this train. So, 310 to 325. Well, now we know why his talent got nerfed. Because he got buffed. Base agility increased by 6. Pretty sure armor's unchanged. That's fine. So they compensated for him. Projectile speed. It's gonna feel super slow, and that's gonna be sad. Curse of Avernus? Hello? So, reworked passive. Slows the targets you attack by 10, 15, 20, 25% for 4 seconds. If you slap it 4 times in a row, they become cursed for 4 seconds and are silenced, slowed by 30 as a value point, and then +10 at all levels. And allied heroes that attack will receive bonus, starting at 40 and then scaling by 20. Huh. So, Abaddon may actually have potential again, and you're not allowed to ignore him. You need to CC him and run, is what I'm hearing. And then from 25 talent change from Curse of Avernus buffs to a plus 375 Mistcoil on AoE. Yay, my 70% Abaddon win rate. I can try and mess around with that. What do you want, Dota? Oh, game coordinator. Okay. Level 25 is nothing. I mean, it might be interesting to mess with. Ice Vortex no longer has a self bonus. Oh, so you don't move faster. Everybody just moves slower. That kind of sucks. Rework Chilling Touch. Okay. Passive autocast attack modifier 15, 11, 7, 3. Grants you attack range and causes your attack to deal heavy magic damage. Okay. It's no longer a heavy costing. Woo, I could break that. Me too. So that's all that did. Oh my god, there's an AM free work too. So, grants the attack range, bonus damage, and slow. So 50 damage, and in 155. That's it for 3 seconds. Sure. Slow for 0.05. You might be able to ore block this. But every 3 seconds. And considering how AM or A doesn't want to be in the same postal building, yeah. So that's going to be abusable in lane, actually. Well, maybe late game lane. Early game, it's going to need a little bit of 11 because Jakira gets away. Truly artillery. I love it. I always loved the ancient artillery. Will work with crit. I don't think so. Probably works with Kaya, though. Even though we're, I guess Sanjin Kaya is what you'd want. Crit. Fair. Ability rework. Remove scepter upgrade. Huh? Okay. Replace spell shield with counterspell. So it passively grants and can be activated to provide a counterspell shield for 1.4 seconds. So they dumped the Ags into spell shield anyways and called it a day. Huh. Okay. You know, that's a thing. And they wanted to give AM more buttons, so there you go. Problem solved. Can't target him anymore. Well, he can, but they need some kind of indicator. Tempest Double has increased from fixed 180 to 4,300. That's fair. People are finally getting good with him in like the pro scene, and he needed a little bit of hate somehow. 350 to 300. Again, fair. Berserker Call. Armor reduced from 40 to 30. Again, accidentally nerfed somehow, and 40 armor was probably dumb. Bane. Okay. Let's see. Reworked Enfeeble. Adds debuff to the unit, applying negative SAS resist. Causing debuffs to last longer. Hello? Yes, I'll just Fiend Script somebody for so much longer than they ever should be. Bane good. Bane can meme hammer. And 1,000 range. Reducing attack speed by 40, 60, 80, 100. That's actually probably so much more useful than nerfing damage, because you just build Rapier and problem solved. In a perfect world. Last 8 seconds can be dispelled. Cast. Changed. Damage was better than attack speed. Depending on your time of game. But attack speed was scaling a lot higher, and that's why Agi carries were becoming so much the thing. Level 20 though. Yep. And the 15 is the new meme now. It's just the same situation of taking away attack speed instead of damage. Flaming Lasso. Uh-huh. Don't worry, you can tickle somebody very fast. That's kind of good because Eggs was kind of unnecessary on bad unless you wanted to double pick. But it dealt damage, so people wanted it, and just hope that they don't leash on 2. Oh boy, another Beastmaster. Call of the Wild has been reworked. It no longer summons a neutral creep and has 2 separate hotkeys for Bar and Hawk again. So... Oh, what's the question mark too? Scepter no longer provides this. Takes every 1 second. So, Scepter effectively just double pulls. And that's it. Yep. Call of the Wild has been reworked. It no longer summons a neutral creep in general? Mm-hmm. Well, that's... If Valve wanted to do that, to, you know, give the Scepter something else, then so be it. But they haven't just adjusted it yet. That'll probably be like 721. Trent Scepter. Apparently invisible, uncontrollable hawk to location starting from where you are. Yeah, looks like it. It doesn't do damage, but it, it'll be there. Was 275, so it gets a little loving on all levels. 2550. That's a nerf on. Hold on. Plus 25, plus 50, plus 25. No, I'm looking at it wrong. 175, 250. Yep. Boar no longer falls over. I was constantly looking up rather than diagonally, if that makes sense. It was just vision's going too. It's great. So 16 for level 1, that's fine. Plus 8, plus 16, plus 24. Boar's hurt. Damage type hero. It was piercing before, so it's like bonus damage in very unique scenarios. Alright, Hawk was 350 at all levels. Now it scales. Hawk previously had none. Yep. It's garbage. 430. Well, you had to nerf it for Hawk invisibility somehow. Vision. Used to be 1,000. Again. Yep. But you can get double Hawk at some point. Primal Roar. Self-movement boost now from 30% to 40. Secondary units push from 300 to 450, so you can just launch somebody off cliff. That's cool. Or, you know, just blast them away. Let's see. Push duration from 0.6 to 1. So duration now matches primary target. Fair. And secondary slow from 50 to 60. 2 Hawk summon. Uh-huh. You effectively get 4 Hawks max, unless you build Octarine. Well, that's just a meme. So Thirst changed from giving attack damage to attack speed. Of starting off at 30, so it's value point, but at 4 it's effectively double. Well, it's more than double. Thirst movement speed is actually further increased. Well, I guess you had to make up for the lack of damage that you were having, so there you go. Ability rework. Good God. So, dealing... So, strength from 1.8 to 2.1 to 2.5. Oh, right. I guess the rest. So incoming outgoing damage reduced. That's fair. Full amplification regardless of distance. Okay, cool. I guess that's a get fucked kind of moment. Plus 5, plus 15, plus 25, plus 35. Deals 8% of current health as pure damage per 100 moved. No longer lethal. So you can just hover at one point and just haul it and hope. That's awesome. Yeah, I just skip straight to bounty. This is what happens when you get super tired. Yep. So, Blade Mail and run. Yeah, and just hope that he doesn't catch you while you hover at 1 HP forever. Alright. Rupture duration from 12 to 8, 10, 12. Yeah. 7, 800, 900. That's fair. First level is kind of silly. And 70, 60, 50. As for talent, going from damage to cast range. Okay. That's the thing. Probably feels better that way, and I mean, you're already doing pure damage, so why not? Now, here we go. So, Shadow Walk no longer deals 30, 60, 90, 120. Attacking of is now applies a slow. Rip Courier Sniping. Unless you can slow couriers, at which point, hello, Courier Sniping? Janata. 170. What the f... Alright, never mind. You need to be level 2 to at least snipe courier. And gets gold. Steals unreliable weapon glows when the attack is ready to strike. So, Janai continues like that, but damn. Yeah, just let me steal 30 on occasion. Track is now... Hold on. So, movement speed bonus is now given to your hero only, rather than creeps. And yeah, 3 seconds. It's kind of nuts. It now causes attacks you do to crit for 1.4, 0.6, and 0.8. That's kind of disgusting. No longer breaks invis, which is a nice quality of life, because you always need to cast from trees. 925 to 1200. Solid. Oh, that level 20 though. So, Janata Critical Strike, because that's no longer needed, because that's packed in track, to Janata Gold Steel. Yeah, let me just pick off 120 right there. 4 creeps, hello. And Brewmaster rework. So we're actually just tackling abilities this patch. Huh. So... yeah, that's gonna suck. Especially if you can... Well, if you could have reduced cooldowns... Actually, you can, because 25 is still the 1.25 generic cooldown, if I recall, or whatever it is. It's hilarious. Just pack on Moonshine and pop people. So 1.3 to 1.6. Not needed, but okay. 295 to 305. Again, not needed, but okay. Mana cost 90 to 105. So they actually buffed him. Okay. I'm not a fan, but it works. Self-active buff. Lasts for 5 seconds. Grants 50 to 80%. You need MKB to deal with this hero. Move speed alternates between 20% for you while this is active. Yeah, that's a little nuts. Cooldown starts at 20 and then reduces by a second every time. Okay, that's not as bad. Drunken Haze with Cinder Brew. Okay. Yeah, it's still dumb. Lasts for 5 seconds, so 12-second downtime effectively at level 4. So Cinder Brew covers target 400 AoE with booze. Slowing them for 25 causes them to have up to 35 miss chance with a starting 20. Oh, to attack themselves instead of a target. Well, that's just kind of... Ugh. Last 7 seconds. If the target are hit by any fire-based, including immolation from your fire spirit. So, Chikiro's energy? That's what I'm hearing? Self-attack is not lethal. Duration will refresh, and they will ignite and burn for 10, 25, 40, and 55. 50 mana cost? Sure. The following heroes have fire element damage. Let's dive in. Think of PA Krang. Yeah. That's a dagger to the heart. But anyways. DK. I guess that's fair with Breathe Fire. Chikiro. Yeah. Probably when invoking fire abilities. That'll be good. Phoenix. Fair. Probably on all aspects. X. Then 25. I'm not reading it yet. No. Ember Spirit. Brewmaster. Lena. Ogre. Bats. Wraith King. Clinks. Yeah, I know. Invoker. Warlock. Underlord. Huskar. Drunken Brawler. To plus 200. I hate everything. Viscous Spill. Yeah, Husk Brew. It's Husk Brew or anything with fire. You're just packed in. Goo Armor Reduction. 1.4. So they effectively just scaled it up and gave it another 0.4 because it felt useless. Brood. Spider and Spiderite magic resist. Reduced by 40 or reduced by 10%. Sure. Ability rework. 4.3 of 4. Host off damage nerfed. Fair. Double edge change from... Oh. So minus 25, 50, 75, 100. To that plus 40%, 60, 80, 100% strength. Ow. 5 Heart Centaur. Let's see, Double Edge is now faster to cast. Return has been renamed to Retaliate, which is consistent with Artifact for people that convert over for some reason. No longer has Strength component. It is flat, and it is Buffer. In some ways, yeah, because the lack of Strength. Retaliate now gains charges each time you are attacked by an enemy or hero. Can be activated consuming the charges. Give percentage base attack damage for increase for 20 seconds. Oh dear. So you can just give yourself 150%? Well, that's kind of fair. That'll be interesting. Cooldown from 90 to 60 to 110 to 90. Fair, because that was bullshit. Or Centaur shit. Stampede, plus 50 mana. Okay. Everybody went for magic resist, so they're giving the alternative move speed. So everybody's going to go with evasion. 15% strength damage to double. Wow. People are going to explode. Like, you just exist, and then you don't. 30% base damage, or plus 30 base damage. That's fair. Yep. Fail Centaur. It's the way to go. Level 20 talent from 300. There's still so many changes to go through. Good grief. And CK rework. Plus 3. That's fair. You can't... You're already insta-gibbing people from level 15. You don't need 20. So return damage gets a little bit of love in exchange. So Sense still is tanky as shit, and now does stupid damage by attacking. Yeah, pretty much. CK. Rework Chaos Strike, now passive cooldown ability. Lands critical for around amount between min crit 120 and max crit of up to 250. This is 35, 45, 45, 50%. Cooldown of 8 to 5. Okay, so guaranteed crits. I suppose that's fair. No longer reduces armor. Saddening. And moves target a fixed amount of distance. So anywhere between 250 and 400. Now maims the target instead, slowing him in all regards for 2 seconds. And scaled to be worse at 1 and better at 4. And a little bit of nerf here, but same in the end game. Okay. Chaos Bolt starts off weaker, ends up the same. And it's a little bit weaker in the late game by 5 damage. Okay, well, you're already beating people to death anyways. Projectile speed. Playing time responding at BKB? Okay. So, your illusions are guaranteed 3. You probably still keep your 50%. But you do get reduced. Then yeah, it doesn't matter. Because you're effectively getting 120% into 200 into 300. Yeah. So it's like a slight buff in the early game if all CKs are attacking together. But there's a illusion nerf and armor reduction into Chaos Strike cooldown. So 3-second crits. Okay. Penitence projectile reduced from 2k to 40. Well, that's fine. No longer amplifies damage and causes allied units attacking the target to gain attack speed. Yeah, he is. Test of Faith replaced with Divine Favor. Okay, targets allied units, providing regen, amplifying all regen. So making Chen a heavier healer and attacking damage. So he's a buffer. Okay. Requirements. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So I need to pay attention to what level creeps you're grabbing instead of just going for the biggest boys and moving around the map. That's fair, I guess. Minimum reduced from, or increased from 7,700 and 1,000 to 1k flat. Holy Persuasion now sends anywhere on the map instead to you by sending them home. Slight Chen nerf. Well, it's like a nerf into a buff into trade-off? So now sends allied unit anywhere on the map to you instead of sending them home. Interesting. Change from 32 to 15 flat. This is used to recall on Keeper Light, who no longer has it. Alright, be back in 20. See you in 20 when you're only another fifth of the way down the list. Thanks! This is what I get for reading it as if I'm doing a YouTube later. Or YouTube video later. 15. Change from -10 to -10 Test of Faith to -10 Divine Favor. Okay, effectively just change it on the skill. I'm sure it's fine. Death Pact with Burning Army. Okay. Uses vector targeting, so Pango learning. Spawns 4, 5, 6 fiery skeleton archers. So Divine on Chen has 100% uptime. Yeah, pretty much. Along a 1300 line. Skeletons now attack using searing arrows, have your base damage, are mobile, take 2 hits to kill from a hero. Only attack enemy heroes. Like Witch Doctor Ward, but killable. Attack range matches your hero. Spawn at 0.8 second intervals. Cast range of 800. Cooldown of 110. Huh. Massive. Yeah. People got sick of it. And Valve wanted to change things up. Rocket Flare. Now fires faster. That's gonna fuck with people that specialize on clock. Knockback further. Stun. Knockback duration a little bit longer. Less damage. And burn less. All in all, that's more of a nerf than anything else. Base damage increased by 2. Frostbite no longer has interrupt. Still interrupts teleports. Okay. Just... Alright, whatever. Frostbite cast range increased from 525 to 550. Mosh is going to be a bit sad. Freezing Field no longer has a 0.3 cast point. She didn't really care. Darkseer. Okay. Vector attack. Of course it would be. Surge from 3 to 6 overall. Or just 6 flat. Huh. That's rather interesting. Cooldown has been adjusted to compensate, and starting off with 3 seconds later and still laying off at 10. Now it causes target to be unslowable, and adds percentage based on move speed compared to 550. It causes target to ignore move speed limit. Learning from BS. To ignore collisions as well, so phasing. Vector now uses vector targeting, so people will be messing around with that. Well, Replica, 0.4 to 0.2. Okay, feels faster. And flat range buff, so you're not more or less staying right in front of it as you cast. Always now slows heroes touching the wall continuously. Debuff lingers for 0.75 after leaving wall. Question mark. Previously only reapplied when the illusion died. Now from 75 flat to 50, Ang and 70. Whereas damage gets reworked again. Mana cost from 80 to Ang and 110. We got a new ult. Huh. Debuff now stacks. I guess that's cool. Makes Dazzle not feel useless. Replaces Weave with Bad Juju. Bad Juju. Passive ability. Gives you 30, 40, 50% cooldown reduction. Anytime you cast a spell, all enemies within a 1200 AoE lose armor for 10 seconds. Stacks debuff and duration. Refreshed. Doesn't affect Roche. Well, have fun. Because we're casting this shit on 3.5. You are going to break fingers at this rate. So starts off at 13, ends in 7, but Bad Juju is really going to help you there. Alright, so 25 turns from 0.5 per second to 0.5 armor reduction. And this as the alternative, since that would make it absolute 0 uptime, to 40% slow. Fair, because it will be stacking anyways. DP. Well, you now drain movement speed, instead of slowing, and you have plus 10, so DP may return. Disruptor. Thorn Strike increased by 5, and again 20. Cool. Base attack range increased by 25, take advantage of that model. No longer has restriction on consuming. So you can just keep on slamming down creeps like some kind of McDonald's Happy Meal doom. Devourer now gives you 5 and 20 per second while creeps being consumed. Yeah, so keep on chopping. Now it takes constant 8 seconds to consume creep. Okay. Can now be toggled on or off. Ha! Ha ha ha! Once you find your dude, you don't need to keep on using the same one, or if Outcast is on, it'll steal. Otherwise, it won't. Scorch Earth no longer heals. Fair. It's only damage. Cooldown reduced from 55 to 55 and 40. Okay. 16 to 20 and 40 50. Solid. 10% damage healed to just solid damage. Don't need to worry about. Splash attack now does 75 in the AoE. So it's kind of like a nerf in some ways, and kind of like a buff, because it's just flat out reduction. No longer deals partial damage if the attack misses, so you just flat out miss. Okay. Now provides attack speed bonus based on the agility rather than damage based on the agility. Now provides that cannot be evaded and strikes through enemies' defenses, ignoring armor entirely, instantly kills creeps, gets disabled if a hero is within 400. Valve? Hello? Are we going back to Dota 1? Is that what's happening here? So that's the vibe I'm getting. Give me a sec. Bump my chair. Alright, level 20. From plus 20 agility to 25% evasion. And from damage to attack speed. So you're gonna melt to blade mail. But you also do pretty well. Fisher cooldown. Starts layer and same. Well, you need to get nerfed somehow, I guess. Earth Spirit, 3.5 to 3.8, rolling boulder. From 80% slow for a little bit to the stun for the same duration. Rolling boulder duration lasts an extra 8 when using a rock. So you can actually stun for 2 seconds. Changing Boulder Smash from stun to a slow. Increase. Stone Remnants increase from 6 to 7, so more resources for a spirit. And, you know what? Players might actually be okay with that. More damage too, so, ow. Magnetize AoE, sure. From 1 second Boulder Smash stun duration to rolling boulder. Okay. That's fair. ET. From 60 angle 150 to just flat 50. God, that's brutal. From 600 to 800. Okay, so complicate. More damage in both states. Provides 1.5 per armor. 0.5. So 6 armor per hero hit. So you can get a maximum of 30 unless you're dealing with Meepo. At which point it just gets a little crazy. 0.5 per creep. Move speed increase from 5 to 7. The cap from 30 to 40%, sure. Bonus duration from 9 to 10. And change from 100% lifesteal to Astral Spirit grants spell immunity. Huh. So you can give yourself BKB. That might actually be okay. Ember. Now does damage along the way as at half radius instead of only at its destination. That's fair. Only hits enemies once per remnant. Okay. Move speed reduced. Got away a little too often. Sure. Time lock. Now causes Faceless Void to land a free second attack while the target is locked in place. Deal bonus 30, ending in 60, and bashes for 0.75. So a lot more attacks is what I'm hearing. From 100 to 70, which is fair because you're already kind of compensating there. With faster. Grimstroke, added to Captain's mode. So, professional players, I feel bad, and I look forward to the high skill gap that we're going to see between the casual Grims that have never played it and the Grims that have been playing in pubs, squeeze out free MMR where they can. Soulbind now applies the leash state to targets, disallowing teleportation movement based. Reduced from 6 and 10 to 6, 7, 8. That's fair. Foe's embrace creature now gets closer to the target before latching on. Yeah, they kind of reached at nails and then stopped. If they can at least get you at elbows before wrapping, that's good. Now it does its maximum impact based on duration. It hit any hero rather than the amount of DPS dealt to all heroes combined. Let's see, context. Skills linearly from 0 to 3. Okay. Inkswell. Max stun reduced from 2.2 Angan 4 to 2 Angan 3.8. So 0.2 off. Okay. Huskar. Berserker's Blood no longer gives magic resist. Now gives health regen up to percentage of strength based on armor missing. Or on missing health. Okay. And it now ramps up faster when lower health. Inner Vitality with Inner Fire. In a fiery rage, knocks all enemies within 500 range away from you, dealing 100 to Engen 265, disarming them for 1.75 Engen 4 seconds. Hello? Enemies are knocked back to 550 range from you. Duration is 0.6. Cooldown is 18 Engen 12. Mana cost of 75 Engen 150. So 15 plus 5 on lifesteal, sure. Plus 10 to plus 15, again, sure. 15 to 20 strength. So a little bit of love everywhere except for the bonus spears. IO, or Wisp, for the old fogies. 26 Engen 14 for your spirits to 26 Engen 20. Kinda need a nerf. Especially because people may actually start playing Wisp again. Magpie damage now lingers on the affected units for 2 seconds. That's good, because everybody just kind of tapped in and out. Oh, I missed this. Plus 2 hits to Phantom for kill, that's nerfed. Guess people didn't feel like dealing with it, and Valve didn't feel like dealing with it either. So take one off. Yeah, so when it came to Magpie, it felt super useless. Because you just hop in, hop out. Oh look, damage done. It's a glorified creep clear. Juggernaut. Agility increased by 10. Base damage unchanged. Change how Omni Slash does the strikes from just physical with damage nukes, with occasional invisible attacks depending on your attack speed, to a full real attacks that can proc your crit and items. Last 3 Angan 3.5 and attacks at 1.8 times your speed. Provides 30 Angan 60. Your Ags casts it to last a second longer and 70-second cooldown. Good stuff. Omni Slash no longer consistently issues self-interrupts during each attack, would cause you to drop your orders. That's convenient. No longer instantly kill creeps. Oh dear. So Juggernaut players are going to suffer because it's, oh, it's a whiffed Omni. Or, I took 2 creeps in that Omni Slash. If you don't murder those creeps in one shot, they may come back to haunt you. Removed Mana Leak in Spirit form. Oh, I look forward to this one. Recall has been moved to Chen. Okay. Illuminate from 10 to 11 for cooldown increase. Change how Chakra Magic works. So, restores that and removes 3, 4, 5, 6 off of basic cooldowns. So, no longer alts. For current cooldown. Oh. Okay, so he does refresh you in a better way. Blinding Light into a basic ability. Foof! Alright. Shenanigans aside. Causes everyone in 600 AoE to be blinded, missing 70% for 3, ending in 6. Knocks targets back 350, dealing 50 to 200 damage. 30 cooldown at default, so you can really screw with the lane by accident. Ending in 15. So, team fights are going to get ever more annoying if he gets involved. Mana cost of 100, ending in 175, which doesn't matter when you're refreshing your Illuminate. And again, the 3, 4, 5, 6. Really increasing your uptime. That'll be a cooldown of 9 seconds if you're just greedy asshole and keep on illuminating your or chakra magicking yourself. But there is going to be a bit of dysenergy between this area. Possible source of resolution would be for Octarine Core, but you know. New ultimate, Will of the Wisp. Scepter now just casts Illuminate to heal during the day. Now, did it remove Day Vision too? Turns into a spirit form. Alright. So it still applies the effect to show that you're there. You might have your, visibility still, but I'm not sure. I need a test. And new ultimate, Will of the Wisps. Spawns an attackable light entity, Ignis Fatus. The light flickers on for 1.3 seconds and off for 1.75. Enemies within a 650 radius are hypnotized and forced to look at it whenever it's emitting light, unable to act. It can be killed with 4, 5, 6 attacks, otherwise it will flicker 3, 4, 5 before going away. Cooldown 120. Mana cost of 200, ending at 400, and dormant for 1 second before the first second, or before the first flicker. That'll be cool, and maybe I'll do demos of that later, but I would like to sleep at some point. Because I'm actually nocturnal and this is high time. Level 25 talent. From 2 seconds mana leak because this got removed, is now 2 more flickers on Will of the Wisp. So it might be strong. Ability rework. Either way, LC. Wing Duel automatically cast press the attack on you. So you reward yourself a little extra with winning that duel. So it's not only damage and, you know, falling over after if you were at 1 HP thinking, yes, I did it. Shit. You at least stand on ghosts of a chance. And maybe get some extra attacks off and bump up your HP a bit. So, it's better. Intelligence increased from 16 with a 3.3 gain to 20 with 3.6. He's going to be annoying in lane. That's all. That's the initial reaction that I'm having. With Frost Nova mana cost being reduced from 125 to 105, with a end result of 190 to 180. So, a little bit of buffs. Suppose Lich kinda needed it. Sacrifice got replaced. Oh. Channeling single target causes the enemy to slowly walk towards you. Moves to a point at 32, 38, 44, 50% between you two. Lasts up to 1.6, ending in 2.5. Cast range 500 or 575. Cooldown 30. So, controlling people a little more. Ice armor with frost shield. So, targets self or an ally, applies a shield. Reduces physical attack damage taken, so it's effectively still armor, but at a more dedicated damage reduction. Every second within a 600 AoE, all enemies will take 20 to 50 and be slowed by 35% for 0.5. That is actually kind of gross. Starts at cooldown of 30, Engen 115. But he's no longer dedicated to I must sacrifice all my creeps and be an anti-pusher. So it'll be interesting to see how he changes his play and how many more mangoes he has to buy or clarities. Alright. So they got rid of his gold talent into 2-second frost shield. Kind of a nerf? Maybe a buff? Alright. 175 to 150. And then ice armor provides 30 HP regen to frost shield provides 60. What? It's not doing enough here. Slap on double. Slash, people never picked it because the carry lich was superior, so might as well make it outrageously outrageously vigorous for your HP. Feast change from 4.5 to Engen 7.5 to 1.75 in 4. That's this is actually better overall. Because, I mean, if you're getting 1 HP, like, if you're hitting somebody and they have 1 HP and it's just consistently locked in, you're getting what? 1? If you're lucky? Because that's how abilities should work and they wouldn't want to round down for that. Nowadays, or now you are actually just getting 4% max health no matter what. And 25 to adjust for that as well. Mana drain. Additional amounts that you just eat. Oh, god damn it. Yes, let's encourage Line to chaos more. So Finger of Death now gets stronger with each kill, which is why the reaction. Gains 50 damage per hero kill. If the enemy dies within 3 seconds of being hit, the bonus is still granted. So you can actually get it with an assist, but you want to get it from from 70% HP to 20% tops. Because that way you still have your 3 seconds to take somebody down and get yourself the bonus. Lone Druid, ability rework. Shit. 320 to 340. He is now the fastest hero in the game. Enchantress can go eat a tree or something. So Spirit Bearer movement speed increased from 320 and in 350 to 340 and in 370. Bear moves faster. Okay. Backswing time reduced. I'm seeing bear boss everywhere. Increased. Still the same at early levels, so that was fine. It's just stronger in late game. Now has a level 1 ability. Defender. Constantly causes 30% of the damage LD takes to instead be dealt with the bear if you're within leash range. Huh. Okay. So your bear will start taking all the damage for you. So force staff into bear to go deal with that, or deal with the LD while the bear's, turning around and running back. So that's going to require aggro control. Replace Rabid with Spirit Link. Grants both of you attack speed starting at 30 and ending in 90, and causes 40% ending in 70. You deal to restore life to your Spirit Bear. Damage your bear deals. Damage that your Spirit Bear deals restore life to you. Duration is 10, with a cooldown of 42 ending in 18, starting at 50 ending in 80. So, again, both scaling, and this is kind of interesting for a perspective of tankiness. And sorry if my light's outrageously blinding, I don't have sheets for here. Lunar Blessing now deals solid 8, 14, 20, 26 attribute bonus as the aura bonus rather than damage. That's kind of disgusting. Huh. attribute bonus. Same case with that. So you can get 40 stats on Luna. Okay. Lycan. Let's just rework Howl again. So 21 and 60 attack speed, 3 to 6, and 4 to 10 for all player controlled units on the map. Lasts 9 seconds. Starts at 50, ends in 35. 25 to 40, sure. Magnus. Skill reduced from 25 to 26 and 20. Rework Shockwave to release a wave toward point. Pulls units towards it slightly and deals 75 and 300 damage. Slows as well. Does width and a fair amount of distance. It does brief pull and moves. Starts at 14, ends on 11. Stone Gaze no longer grants enemies 100% magic resist and no longer instantly kills illusions. So, deuce a nerf on PL or TB. No longer changes damage type against Stone Gaze enemies. Oh shit, Meepo gets a rework. Alright, 310, 320. Geostrike with Ransack. Each attack steals 8 to 20 health from heroes and 4 to 10 from creeps. Heals all Meepos same amount. Has no range limit. Hurts enemies as well. Does not affect Roche. Clones only drain 50% normal XP for an area. Fair. In 2015, so Mire nerf. But this could be interesting. It also it doesn't hurt towers, actually. Leap now causes direction Mirana is facing to point towards that leap direction. Okay. Mischief will always transform into courier when nearby another courier. Mischief now grants a 3 seconds of invulnerability when transforming into another unit. Increased from 3 to 20. So they actually want Mischief to be applicable instead of brief shenanigan. For like courier hunting and whatever. Morph. Mire nerf on waveform and that's it. Because technically he's... well, he's not OP per se. Nah, he is. It's a step. Not always the right step, but it's at least a step for nerfs. And people are getting buffed and reworked, so maybe it doesn't need as much attention. Mirror image duration from 30 to 24. Okay, so Naga nerf. Cooldown from 40 to Eng and 30. So nerf into buff. Because you're effectively having 6-second downtime unless you get Octarine. At which point, it's 100% uptime. Mirror image mana cost rescaled from 70 Eng at 100 to 70 Eng at 115. Fair. Incoming damage. It's a little bit buffed. Riptide has been reworked, so that's her E. Now his passive attack chance ability gives a chance that your attack will trigger a Riptide that deals AoE damage and reduces armor. Illusions can proc it. Chance 17%. SB, what did you do? Duration 4. Armor reduction starts at 2, turns into 8. So it's stronger than Desolator. Chance or damage of 30 and 60, AoE 300. Trans experience biology reduced, same with gold reduced, so a little bit of love to him since he was not always the most picked. Base attack range reduced. Okay, Heartstopper now provides the kill regeneration instead of Death Pulse. So if Necro himself gets the kill. Huh. Okay. Sure. Crippling Fear has been reworked. It is now an activated 375 aura that silences all that are nearby. In a very moderate to small AoE. Aura lasts 5 seconds to 8 and 3 during the day. No longer has mischance. Cooldown 30 and 15. Mana cost 50. What's your question mark? Since this is an aura, it can't be dispelled with Manta. Feels bad. Hunter of the Night no longer has an active. Place Darkness with Dark Ascension. Causes you to transform into a stronger flying creature that has that same amount. So they jammed Hunter into... or they jammed the flying bit of Hunter into Dark. 50 to this. Daytime is turning into night. So, again, they jammed the active of Hunter into Darkness. Same cooldown, mana cost, same. 25 changed from Crippling Fear cooldown to Dark Ascension cooldown. Majorly reduced to 8 seconds. Vendetta now applies Break on that target. Huh, for 4 seconds. No, that's fair. Nyx, in some ways, had unfortunate side effects. Multicast now affects targeted offensive items. Will cause the items to cast again on a different random enemy unit. So aggressive 4 steps could just go horribly right or horribly wrong. That's awesome. Multicast no longer provides the improvements to the base abilities. So, Ignite, cast range from 700 to 1000. So they carried all the base buffs over into the spells themselves. Interesting. 2 base projectiles, one here close to us. So multicast will actually it'll actually cast 8 now for ignites. Okay, Fire Blast cooldown reduced from 12 to 9. And from 20 into that same reduction. And buffs, well, this is a nerf, but it's fine. He's gotten buffed enough that it doesn't care. Purification can now be cast on spell immune units. Fair. Repel doesn't screw you over by accident. Replace Repel with Heavenly Grace. Targets an enemy unit, applies a strong dispel, and then increases status resist by 50 and an 80. Increasing health regen by 8 to 20. Cooldown of... jeez. Yep, no longer a glorified BKB. Guardian Angel increased from 600 to 1200. Reduced from 180 and 160 to 160 and 140. Well, 25 talent changed from 3-second dispel duration to Heavenly Grace cooldown. Fair enough. Which then turns it to 6-second cooldown. Oracle, Fortune's End. Up 30 damage on all levels by looks of it, so cool. Arcane Orb. Again there. So Arcane Orb slashes its bonus damage in a 175 AoE around the target. Cool. No longer does bonus damage to illusions. Yep. But hey, I made it further than you may have expected. So, replace Essence or... there's also so much. With Equilibrium. Self-buff. Causes all spell damage you deal to restore... oh, did about 1/5. Fine. Restores 60-80% of the damage back as mana and slow enemies for 8. Splash damage. It's fine. And change from Aura Chance to 6. Well, that's fair because we got rid of Aura. And replaced it with a drain that lasts 7 seconds. Cool now with that. With Lucky Shot. Gains a chance to apply a debuff for 2 and 5. That slows the target by 40%. Causes to either be silenced or disarmed. Either or. Multiple instances of the debuff can stack. Sure. Ability rework. Good God. How much do you have? What are you gonna be crazy? Probably. Next we'll have fun. Phantom Strike rescaled from 14 Angan 5 to 11 Angan 5. So, Better in the early game, same in the late. Cool. Cast point reduced by 0.05. Sure. Attack speed is worse in early, better in late. No longer has an attack limit. So, attack as fast as you want. Now lasts 2.5. Okay, sell 5 attacks. Mana cost from 50 to 35 in early and late game. Attack speed bonus no longer depends on attacking a specific target. Cool. Blur's non-passive component has been changed into an active. So, evasion component's unchanged. Causes enemies to be unable to see you like smoke until you are within 600 of enemy hero buildings. Does not dispel when attacking. Lingers for 0.75 before going away. Okay, cool. PL. Phantom Lance reduced from 10 Engen 40 to 10 Engen 34. And a little bit along the ways, but that's less worth. Juxtapose incoming damage from 600 to 650. Alright, love tap on PL. And Icarus Dive slowed from 20 to 19 Engen 28. Yeah. It's more prone to Echo Slam, so that's about it. Dream Coil now applies Leash State. Okay. Oh, disallowing teleportation afterwards. Let's see. So where was I? 15 attack damage to 90, because 15 needed some love. This might make Puck hero again. An 8 to almost double. You're short 1%, but yeah, Puck needs something. Pudge. Flesh Heap no longer gives magic reduction, instead grants a whole lot more HP regen. Okay. Dismember. Strength change from 30 Engen 60 to 30 Engen 90. Yeah, you really have to burst that guy down with magic damage. Otherwise, not really a point. Queen of Pain. Knocks units back 350 over 1.4. Do you want it now? Does not stun. So it's effectively applying fear in some ways. It's going to have 180 passive regen. Yep. So unless... Well, one thing that you could do is apply Spirit Vessel. That way the HP regen won't kick in as hard. Razor. No longer slows... or Unstable Current no longer slows or purges a random enemy unit for every 5 seconds. Now deals 60 and 120 to every unit in that 500 AoE every 6 and 3 seconds. Plasma Field now slows. Minimum of 5, maximum of 40 for 1.5 seconds. So instances stack. Wow. Okay. 3 seconds unstable current to 200 unstable current damage. Ricky Blink. Mourner. Actually, that cooldown is a buff in early game and same in late. Buff it early, same late. Blink Strike. Damage rescaled from Suck It in early, better in late. Rubik. Ability rework. Can't wait for this to break the game. So. Totally. So base damage increased by 3. Agility by base increased by 5 and a 0.5 increase on that. Against Supremacy. Against Spell Lamp. It causes assault debuffs to last 44 seconds longer. Cast points now have a minimum of 0.15 compared to 0, which is better? Well, it makes every other hero feel, yeah, it's gonna suck. But this is to stop Jakiro from feeling super awful for any time that. Mhm. But this little bit right here makes Jakiro not feel as bad because Rubik will steal your spells and insta-cast them. Now there's a Mire delay. At the same time, Jakiro's still. Oh, think I got it out. Stuck. And cancel it on yourself because, you know, cast point sucks that much. Now, cast range increase, sure. From +5 null field to Fable cooldown, slight nerf to talents. Yep. This feels worthless, so people want to take the other one. And plus 75 spell amp for stolen spells to 50. That's fair because you're getting all your buff in here now. Plus 1%, so hey, it's fine. Sand King. Sandstorm is no longer a channel ability. Sandstorm and the invisibility ends once you leave the area. Attacking or casting temporarily reveals you for 0.75. So you just cast it and it shows up. And after that, that's your domain. Cool. Let's see. We changed from 525 to 350 and 650. Yeah, pretty much. Except it deals damage over doing regen for you. Or, yeah, pretty much. Sandstorm cooldown rescaled from 34 Engen 10 to 34 Engen 16. Duration is scaling and not flat. Visual effects have been updated slightly. Oh dear. So Epicenter has been, or its growth is now always 50 per pulse instead of sometimes 25 and 75. Okay. Also, you should have a look at Lion. Shadow Demon. Rework Soul Catcher. His ult is, it's a little bit of a league rip in some ways, but different reasoning. Not the hero I want to see yet. Alright. Soul Catcher. 40% HP. 40% HP. Oh yeah. Current health and gain back. So targets a 175 to 250 AoE area. Because all heroes to, or all units in that area to lose 25 and 40 of their current HP and gain half of it back after 10. That's actually kind of nuts. Disruption Illusions is now determined at the start of the cast, and longer duration. So mess up combos. Quality. Base armor increased by 1. Alright. Shadow Shaman. Mass Serpent Wards now spawn in a circle with a bigger empty spot in the middle. So, you can truly cage somebody now. It's not, you know, oh, I whiffed it because one spawned over here. It's, nope, you are right in there. Have fun. This is going to get greasy for a while. Concussive Shot now hits a creep if there are no nearby enemy heroes. Deal 75 damage to creeps. Okay. Slardar ability rework. I like how you kept the new face. I mean, had to hit something versus Red Bird Crap. Oh, sad. Alright, so reworked Bash of the Deep. Every 4th attack your hero does on any target applies to Bash. So, you don't even need to prime it. Where people just kind of egg it on and hope that you don't bash until you hit your right dude. Now it's just guaranteed. You guaranteed prime it. It's not like, okay, every few times, hope for the best. It's guaranteed priming. For that first hit bash, which Slardar kind of needed. Slithering Crush duration. Reduced from 125 to 2 to 1 second guaranteed. Attack movement slow increased from 2 to 3 and 6. And slow amount increased from 20 to 20 and 35. Damage increase from this to this. So plus 35. Talons increase. Take off 25, which is fair because you're kind of rebalancing anyways. And from Bash Chance to Stun. Worth. Because everything's getting jammed around anyways. Turn rate improvement from 0.6 to 7. Or to 0.7. He's getting there. Shadow Dance duration rescaled from 4 and in 5. Just in that. Hero dying with Essence Shift debuff on them. Fucking hell. Yeah. But you can force staff, so there is that. We got Silencer of Blood. Not it, though. It's gonna be your speed. Your tendons are gonna get a little bit sliced up. Have fun. Maybe not broken, but it depends how much your allies feed. Because if they all go to Slark, with that debuff, then yeah, it's gonna be broken. Some pros won't care too much, and depending on your force staff, it won't matter. Take aim can now be activated to double your attack range for your next attack. Goes on cooldown after the attack is used. 15 Eng in 6 for your cooldown. 30 mana cost. Okay, cool. Another strike can no longer be cast when rooted. That is fair. Turret Sniper. The true siege has arrived. Charge of Darkness no longer moves at fixed speed. It now unlocks the movement speed cap and adds 375. Oh boy. Previously it fixed your speed from 600 to 750. And now, you know, you can build Race Car Cow. Grey Bash no longer gives you move speed. Grey Bash damage reduced from 12 and 48 to 16 and 40%. Powering Haste upon activation grants your hero 12 and 30 and 60 resistance, because why not? For 8 seconds. Cooldown at 22. 20 and 40 for mana cost. Casting Bulldoze does not interrupt Cast Darkness. Oh, replaced it with Bulldoze. Okay. Grey Bash talent reduced from 30% to 15%. That's fair. And from 400 charge speed to Bulldoze cooldown. Alright, Sven. Ironically, Silencer did not get touched. No light speed. You're just not built hard enough for it there, bud. Reworked Warcry. Now grants you and nearby allied heroes bonus movement speed and HP shield that blocks attack damage based on that shield's health. Which is blocked calculated post armor reduction. Lasts 10 seconds, buff ends if shield is consumed. 8 to 20 move speed and 100 to 400 HP for that shield. 700 AoE. What's my uptime? Be 14. 40 cast. Alright, techies, what do you got? Base movement speed. Increased. Armor was crazy. It was, but Sven needed to get Shifter around somehow. He wasn't really picked in the last meta. No longer slowest hero in the game. Yep. And base intelligence increased by 2, so more mines. Heck yeah. Oh, I'm seeing TB and I'm kind of curious. So, uh, level 20 challenge changed from refraction dispels to meld dispels, which is fair. 1.5 mil bash on range. That's gonna be awful for any victim for that matter. And yeah, get your Venomancer ready. Spill paralyzes. Sunder can no longer pierce spell immunity. Okay. Yep. Level 20 talent from 10 seconds to 8. And that's it. Ah, I was hoping for more. But then again, that's TB in a nutshell. Balance 4 alts on one hero and hope for the best. Also, is stream actually okay for you guys? Looks like it. Aside from the glare, but I can't do much about that. Anchor Smash. Now attacks every unit in the area with a bonus 45 and a 180 on top of your attack. So you just kind of swung around and flail your arms, hopefully. Ravage damage increased by 20 in the end. Okay. Level 10 is a 80 to 100 damage increase on Gush. Cool beans. 80 on top. Alright, so Timbersaw. Chakram projectile damage no longer ignores ancients. That is indeed a thing. Now is always pure. I wanted to make it useful in some way. Whirling Death changed from 100 Engen 250 to 90 Engen 280. Fair. However, 15 Engen 15%. Or from flat 15 to 12 Engen 15. Whirling Death now deals 10 Engen 22 pure damage per tree cut down. Yeah, it's gonna be gross. Alright, talent increase from 8% Whirling Death to 12%. So that's gonna hurt somebody. Tiny ability rework. Tree grab area no longer works when denying units. RIP! Tree grab cooldown increased 27 seconds, 12 seconds. And grow no longer provides stat resistance. Wow! They were not fans of how Tiny was being played. I know. It was 100 damage at level 1, so you hit harder than Treant Protector and faster. Grow armor increased from 5 Engen 15 to 7 Engen 25. So more armor. But you need to accustom for that status resist now. Unless they moved it around. So, alright. Reworked how Avalanche works. Units in that area are now continuously hit by short mini stuns and damage every 0.3 seconds. Each stun hits for 0.2. Avalanche duration from 1 to 1.8. AoE from 275 to 400. Jesus, that's a lot. From 23 to Engen 17 to 23 Engen 14. Rescaled from 90 starting to 300. I'll have to mess around with it. I might be able to make it, but yeah, I miss it too. Toss avalanche damage increased from ×2 to ×3. It's no longer covered by toss. Well, yeah, you don't say. 25 challenge changed from 12 seconds to 9 due to the cooldown improvement, which is still the same. Yeah, he does a lot of damage. That's how this is gonna go. Rework Nature's Guide. You could melt people before. Now you just melt people harder. So, Nature's Guide's passive has 4.75. Second delay, taking damage resets the counter. Grants you invisibility, tree walking. He can walk through trees. 10 to 25 as long as you're within 265 of a tree. Tree Protector actually soaks in. Nice. But taking damage will reset that. 2.2 deals damage, and you do have talent to increase that root timing. Base damage increased from 38 to 56 to plus 6 of minimum. Okay. And player applies Ensnare instead of Bash. Proc chance to increase from 10 to 10 and 16. And are no longer restricted as items. So you can build Bash on Troll again. And bash people endlessly. Still, it just requires a little bit of payment. For a stack limit from 7 to 12. Incrementing when missing attacks. Now starts at 0 when attacking a new unit. Rework Battle Trance. Now causes you to go in uncontrollable trance, forcing you to attack the closest targets in a 900 AoE. During this trance, you are unslowable and cannot die. Cannot die. Culling Blade can just not. Grants 140 to ending in 200 attack speed, 30 ending in 40% movement speed, and 40 ending in 80% lifesteal. You gain normal vision over the target you are locked in on. Cooldown 90 for 150. This lasts for 6.5 seconds while you go ham on someone. Some poor bastard. Rip. Level 25. Battle Trance to a basic Dispel to a strong Dispel. Okay, cool. Can be castable stunt. Yep. Frozen Sigil is now replaced with Tag Team. So... Since Lark, you say? I mean, not anymore. But we'll see. Activatable Aura. Lasts 5 seconds. Causes affected enemies to take 25 and 100 more physical damage from attacks and can be slowed. So pair this up with Wind Ranger. And somebody's dying horribly. 0.5. 350, 15, 40, and 70. And yeah, that's accurate. Oh. So let's see. Tuscan crit off this physical damage. Ew. Okay. Atrophy Aura now grants bonus 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus damage when a hero dies under the aura. So beware, because you may accidentally give this to a rapier. Only if you murder everyone. Undying has been reworked. So 305 to 295, which kind of justifies him because he's a shambling zombie. Flesh Golem no longer applies damage, and slow is constant in that AoE, versus you have to get up close and personal. Enemy units in 400 now lose 7% of their current HP as per second as magic damage. Can gain 400 to 1600 HP when in this mode. Yeah. Okay. Gain 400 and gain 1600 HP. And the Flesh Golem's size was captive for a bit. Also, it doesn't list the duration. Huh, that'll that'll be worth testing and figuring out what if duration is like still the same or whatever. But that's a project for tomorrow. Ursa, fix overpower not consuming attack when the attack is evaded. That's fair. Vengeance Sword no longer creates illusions of dying allies. Now creates the Scepter effect on dying as a basic mechanic. With it, the ability to cast spells. So, I guess that just calls up your Venge and not other Venges. With Scepter, yeah. Again, this is going to be... Can't win against that. Never know. But that's going to be something that... Like, there's going to be a lot of testing around this patch. So I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Now the swap cast range rescaled from 700 starter to 1200 ending. To actually weaker in both mid and late game. Now has 2 charges with 90 and 7 cooldown for that refresher time. However, Scepter still reduces that to 10 seconds. So you can just keep on hot potatoing people if you need to. Plague Wards. You can now make your wall stronger. / thicker. With double C's. So collision size increased, which means they're just going to be constantly getting each other's ways or in more people's ways. 15% or level 15 talent change from this to the 2 wards. Yep, that's true. And this changed from wards to lifesteal. Kind of needed because it was unpickable. Nether Toxin AoE from 300 to 350. Okay. Nether Toxin rescaled from 20 ang and 50 to 20 ang and 65 with a +5 and +10. Fatal Bonds now bounces from unit to unit rather than just searching units near the target. No longer ignores units in Fog of War. Which kind of works for him. Storm units now have higher attack priority. Yeah, so you can actually just hit a bunch of people in Fog. So have its higher attack priority, so you can more or less A-click and not accidentally punch creeps at the time. Gemini attack cooldown reduced from 7 ang and 3 to 9 ang and 3. So minor nerf, but it's justified. Death Ward increased from 60 ang at 150 to 75 ang at 175. He's getting stronger. Wraith King. Skelly's health reduced from 350 to 250. But they now reincarnate 3 seconds after dying the first time. Oh dear. Wraith King coming back. Nice damage you apply there. Be a shame if something were to happen to it. Rise, my children. And finally, Zeus. So Tinker was untouched this patch. Shit. Nimbus no longer automatically targets when hitting tab. Okay. Nimbus's lightning bolt no longer benefits from cooldown reductions on your hero. That's small nerf. However, with Wraith King, I am liking this little buff right here, and I kind of want to play him again. However, that's 720. Mars has not arrived yet, and that is fine. Yeah, 2 hours later. Welcome to effectively a purge review. Yeah, it'll be coming in winter, so probably December or early January. However, good night, John. I'm gonna go sleep, and hopefully I don't sleep into work tonight. Otherwise, I'm calling in sick. You have heard it here first. Because I feel bad about that one. Have a good one, all. I'm gonna go finish eating. Peace.